Meatloaf. Here, buddy. Good boys. Good boy. My intentions is to not get bit and to not. Leave it. If you already know he has an issue with things going on him, and he tries to bite, and he's already bitten Krista, I like to ease into it. Shh. Good boy. Shh. Good boy. Dogs who are smaller that bite are a lot harder to work with because they're faster, and I can't see his eyes, which isn't good. But the problem is see how he's like this? It's not good. That's why he will bite people, because he just doesn't care. There's no communication, there's no respect, which sucks. So he's a mess, mentally and physically. He right now can't. I mean, imagine living your life where he can't be happy unless he is here. That's not cool. That's not good. The worst case dogs I've ever seen in behavior remodification, which is really all I do now, are dogs that were neglected, abandoned, or abused, that are over-nurtured. Okay? Because they've never felt love, they don't know what it is, they don't know how to accept it, they don't know how to distribute it properly, they don't know how to they don't know anything about it. And so what we do is we hear the sad song of a dog that went through that, and what they need is leadership. They don't need love. It's like the little orphan Annie thing. It's like you live in a big mansion, cool, but I just want somebody to talk to. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So shh, leave it. No. And I'm in like the worst position ever for a little dog to want to come attack me because I'm.
You're right at his level.
I'm right at his level, and I can't move my legs. So I'm willing to kind of battle with this dog a bit because I know he's very frustrated with me. But you have to understand, him trying to bite me is a death sentence for him. He bites the wrong person, he bites the wrong dog, he's dead. So I have to make sure that I can get in there and say, let's not do that anymore, okay? You see how unpredictable and edgy he is? He's like, I'm going to bite you. I love you.
I know, now he's like, I'm going to cuddle with you.
That's exactly how he is.
Not good. Not good. But it's all just miscommunication. The growl is a rattlesnake rattling, okay? What comes next? Bite. So I have to be very careful about how I do it. So yeah, you can see Sarah gets stiff.
Yeah.
Leave it. No. And I can't see his eyes, which doesn't help. Sorry. It's okay. I'm just letting you know that this is it's a hard project for me to.
He's gonna get caught.
He's basically like, so he's being a big brat.
And he's getting away with it, so he does it more.
Why wouldn't he? It's an escape. He goes, I growl, I bite, you drop. Done. It's escape training. I do it to dogs all the time. I correct him. As soon as they stop the behavior, I let go. They don't do it anymore. So, reverse psychology. Who's training who here? Krista, were you right in front of his face when he did that with you, or what did you try to do?
I don't think I was too close to him, do you remember?
Yeah, but did you come from the front, or did you come from the back?
Yeah, I came from the front.
Yeah, so that's a good way to get bit, if you don't know, and she didn't. So, if a dog is like that, and you come directly to the front, right?
He's going to lower his head and then...
Yeah. But if you're not expecting that. So here's the thing, is if I put a slip or a prong on him, great. But chances are down the road, he's never going to like it, right? So I don't want to put you guys at jeopardy of getting bit every day, or somebody else is watching your dog. So this is an e-collar. It's not going to shock him, and it's gonna, I'll tell you what it's gonna do here in a minute, but I'm gonna put this on, and it's gonna be easier for you to pop this on than anything else. So there's a vibrate function on this, okay? It goes like that, like you heard before. And that's what I'm going to use when I hear that growl. If I use a prong collar, it'll work. If I use a slip collar, it'll work. However, it might be a pain for you guys to take that on and off every day. So what I'm going to do is can you get me the yellow one? My objective is for him not to be like this mentally anymore. But the road to get there is not realistically going to be rainbows and butterflies. And that doesn't mean anything other than we have to get creative. So you can probably put a collar on him fairly easy, with a regular pop collar. So here, watch this. This is an e-collar. It's going to go here. Good boy. And here. Good boy.
I've actually never taken his collar on or off.
Okay, you might want to start trying to do that.
Men-
Again, realistically, I'm not going to be able to set you guys up with something that you can put on comfortably every day and you go, okay, cool, there it is. So this you can, because all you got to do is click it in. That's it. Now you have a tool that can not only correct him or give him discomfort, but it's wireless, which is awesome.
That's when he bit me the other day, but it was with the bully stick that he was chewing on.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. You guys ever heard of clicker training?
I've heard of it. It's
like a click.
yeah.
Right? So it's a tool that's used for marking a command, and then it's Pavlov's theory. They click and then they get something. I'm going to do that with my voice when I say yes. Impulse control. He has none. It's his way or the highway. Not good. And that ultimately puts you in the back seat, right? If he says, that's my food, I'm going to gobble it up, who's in charge? Leave it.
He lets our...
Leave it. Yes. Yes. Okay, good boy. Meatloaf, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes. Okay. Good. Meatloaf, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Shh. It's more or less, I can't, there, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Shh.
Did
No.
it get you?
Nope. Leave it. Cat-like reflexes.
I think you're the first person to like avoid that.
Well, I analyze, right? I am only giving him enough leash where I can do that. Like if I were to have the leash here, he'd bite me all day. But if I have the leash here, he can't touch me if I do this. So if I feel him tense and lunge, I'm boom. But that's reflexes. That's nothing taught, that's for sure. That's why I do this work. I was doing this stuff when I was like 12 years old. See, now he's offering me a nice sit. Yes, buddy, good boy. Nice job. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Okay, break. Great, so now we're getting somewhere. Do you understand the process?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and put one in. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Okay? Yes, good boy. Leave it. Nice, that's good. Yes! Good boy. Classical conditioning. When I say leave it, that means you can't have it. When I say yes, that means you can. It's starting with discipline, which means I'm telling him what he can and can't do, but it's also impulse control, which is huge with him, because he's like, this is mine, and I'll bite you if you say otherwise. Okay, put one in. Leave it. Leave it. Okay, put one in again. Leave it. Leave it. One more. Good, leave it, buddy. Leave it. Yes! 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 Good boy. Yes, good boy. Leave it. Good, leave it. Yes! Yes! Good boy. So I don't want him afraid of the food. Bless you. I only want him to know that when I say leave it, you can't have it. And if you don't listen, you get pressure. Okay, do it again. He's like, I love this game. Leave it. Good. Again. Leave it. Again. Leave it. Nice. Okay. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Good, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. This is like a lot of finesse here. Concentrated. Good boy. Yes! Yes! Again, just can you drop it from up top so he knows it's, yeah. Leave it. Nice. Again. Leave it. Nice. Sit. Excuse you again. Do it again. Leave it. Nice job. One more time. Leave it. Nice. Now give him a piece just out of your hand. Yes, good boy. One more in the bucket. Leave it. Nice. One more. Leave it. Nice. Like that. Okay, go ahead. Leave it. Good. Leave it. Good boy. Leave it. Now put the whole bag down next to it on this side. That's the thing is I tell people is if you put enough work into it and you have enough understanding and creativity, you can get anything done. I've never done this in my entire life, this scenario. I've never done this. This is the first time I've ever done this. But you got to, on your fly, you got to be able to think like that. But it works, right? So I'm like, yes, right? My terms. Now, leave it. Leave it. Yes, right? So that's going to create a better relationship because now he knows I have consequence and discipline. When I say, you can't have it, you really can't have it. And he respects it and he's listening, which will develop a better relationship and he'll stop growling as much. He goes,
So it's not him being angry, it's him complying with you.
exactly, yeah, definitely. He's not angry at all. He's
Okay.
just, fine,
Okay.
finally. But that's what you're missing in the relationship. Yes, but then when I'm like, okay, now you can have a piece. But on my terms. And there's a whole pile of his favorite food right here. And I can almost bet you $1 million that you wouldn't have been able to do this 30 minutes ago without him trying to gobble it up. With him understanding what I'm asking, right? That's huge. Like anybody can sit here with a leash and just yank a dog sideways, but the thing is like he's understanding the concept of like when I say leave it.
He just stopped.
Exactly. It's like on cue.